Descanso Gardens is a botanical garden with native trees, plants, and hiking trails in 150 acres of land in La Cañada Flintridge, located 40 miles away from Disneyland and 15 miles from downtown Los Angeles. Why would go out of my way to go to Botanical Garden 40 miles away? Back in July, they opened a really cool model railroad layout with much fanfare and crowds. Now in September, it is much quieter now, thankfully, so now I can actually enjoy it. Which also they do have is a rideable model train as well, so that's pretty cool. So let's go get there by transit from Anaheim and Disneyland to Descanso Gardens and La Cañada Flintridge. Let's go. If you're staying in hotels in the Anaheim Convention Center area, such as the Anaheim Marriott, guests can walk a half mile to go take the OC Bus 50 from Cattell and Harbor Stop to all the way to the Anaheim Regional Transportation Intermodal Center, or ARTIC for short. Which you can take the OC Bus for $2.50 cash or $2 with the OC Bus app. Also get point-to-point with Anaheim Regional Transportation as well, with the Away We Go app as well, or the regularly scheduled services line. So for there, you can actually get it for free if you take Metrolink or Amtrak Pacific Surfliner to Los Angeles. There, you can just show when you board the bus, just show the bus operator your tickets. To get to Los Angeles from there, you can take Metrolink's Orange County Line from the ARTIC to Los Angeles Union Station. So for there, it is a very commuter-centric route for Metrolink. So for there, it's there if you're doing a lot more in the morning. So for there, if you're doing out in the morning and back to Anaheim in the evening, that works out for there, which I did. Amtrak Pacific Surfliner is a bit more well-rounded schedule, so if that works for the better there, it's a bit more expensive. But it depends on what works for your schedule there. I took one of the morning trains from Anaheim to Los Angeles. However, there was some announcements on there that the freight tracks is a bit more congested due to some construction delays along with freight traffic. Unfortunately, it does cause some issues because the train tracks was also filled with traffic, especially with freight train. One of them passed us for a minute and a half. It was not fun, but at least we got there. However, we got there 44 minutes late. Fun. However, at least we got there to Los Angeles safely, so that's all that matters. However, a lot of the commuters were not happy with that, so at least we got to LA. Then from there, we're gonna take the LA Metro B line from Los Angeles Union Station to Grand Park Station, which is one of the subway stations for this with Metro B or D lines. From there, transfer are included as well. So for there, you just scan on your ticket for Metrolink. However, it is not compatible for there. They don't have transfers, only for Glendale Beeline for some weird reason. So for there, you just pay $1.75 a ticket on the vending machine, or you scan it, or for there, just tap on the Transit Access Pass, which I have there as well. But since it came with Metrolink, I just tapped on, scanned in, and it's good to go. So for there, just went one station over to Grand Park Station to take the LA Metro 90 bus. And then from there, I just got there in time for the Metro bus. And from there, we took about roughly hour and a half to get there. Since it was like good distance to get there, but at least it was nice and mellow, not too bad. But for there, when you got to La Cañada Flintridge, when I got there, it was on the ways and dropped off in Montrose, which is up in the mountains in the Verdugo Hills past Glendale. So for there, then just walked a mile to La Cañada Flintridge. To the Descanso Gardens. Descanso Gardens is a 150-acre garden and wild forested area in La Cañada Flintridge, nestled in the San Rafael Hills, located 15 miles from downtown Los Angeles and Hollywood and 40 miles from Disneyland. Elias Manchester Bodie, who published and owned the now-defunct Los Angeles Daily News, named the land Rancho del Descano and bought the land in 1937 and commissioned an architect to build the house. It was architect James Dorena. 16 years later, he sold the estate to Los Angeles County and the volunteer group, the Descanso Gardens Guild, to maintain the gardens in the state to this day. Since then, since there is a staffing overhead cost, all proceeds of the admission, membership dues, gift shop proceeds, and market restaurant profits go to maintain the gardens, the house, the forested areas, paying landscapers. They don't work for free, so at least they don't do it there. Descanso Gardens open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. except for Christmas Day. Parking is free with their huge parking lot. However, I took the transit route there, which you can do there as well. Admission can be bought online or on site with the guest service desk, which is $15 per adult. And for seniors 65 years and older or students with school IDs is $11. Children from 5 to 12 years old is also $11 as well, and kids under 5 are free. You can buy into various levels of memberships there as well. When you arrive at the front gate, scan your pre-purchase tickets or membership with this guest service desk, or buy your tickets with them as well. When you walk in the main courtyard, the restrooms and the market at the Descanso Gardens Cafe are to the left. The gift shop are to the right, and both are more about that later for there. There's also 2 construction projects happening at that time as well in the courtyard. Outside the shop will install a new water feature along with a new restaurant called Farmhouse at Descanso Gardens. There are 2 train elements to Descanso Gardens Railroad. The 1/8 scale rideable train that was moved in 1996, and G-scale mall train layout that was installed just back in July 2024. According to the website, the Gardens started train rides back in the 1980s by a train enthusiast who moved his train into the Gardens in the 1980s, and then became a permanent fixture in 1996. The mall trains were opened in July 2024, with tracks that weave through the Gardens and the varying elevations on the ground by wooden supports. The Gardens feature wooden replicas of various train stations around the United States. And the railroad gift shop, parents can buy their train toys for train enthusiast kids and scan the QR code to buy tickets for the rideable train. Train rides are $5 for a fun 6-minute rides around the garden, rolling by the Rose Gardens, Mulberry Pond, the Oak Grove, the main lawn, and back. After the train ride, I walked through the Rose Garden and was too busy filming this nice stream in the garden. I didn't take any pictures of the roses, but at least I bought a postcard of it later in the gift shop. Then hiked through the wildland trails to go to the Bodie House, whose signage emphasized that there were still wildlands and still need to stick to trails and respect wildlife, which I always stick to unless I get off course. Thankfully, there was clear cell phone service throughout the park, and you get to use the Trail Maps app to navigate to the Bodie House. The Bodie House and the garage is now used as art exhibits. At the time when I was there on September 24, the house hosted exhibits featuring Japanese ikebana, a type of Japanese flower arranging, which just started on September 23rd to November 3rd. The garage was converted and expanded to the Stuart Haga Gallery, which hosted art exhibits, Hakuojodo, flowers and birds in Korean American art, from June 28 to September 29. Which was that upcoming Sunday, which is now actually done. I was lucky to come that week that had both art exhibits. Going back downhill, I went down to the Japanese garden, an acre-big garden with a tea house and koi pond, zen rock garden, and a bridge over the pond to a ceremonial tea building. It was nice to walk through for there. Across the way is the main lawn, which gets the main area of events for large lawn and small amphitheater. At the time, they were setting things up for their evening events for October, called Carved, a special ticketed evening event in October, including a secret servant covered in pumpkins. And then headed back to the courtyard to get lunch at the market and go to the gift shop. Back at the courtyard, I went to the restroom and grabbed lunch from the market. The restrooms were recently renovated and nice and clean, and men's urinals are flushes as well to conserve water. Then went to the market, which is a grab-and-go setup, and you get snacks, drinks, and from the shelves, and then get a window from to buy all hot foods, ice cream, coffee, and from Jones Coffee Roasters in Pasadena. Then I bought chicken tender meals with fries and cornbread for $15, and a cold brew for $5.25. Both were delicious. Then ate the patio chairs in the courtyard, which you can hear the construction noise of the new restaurant. Finally was the gift shop. No stop to the museum or botanical gardens would be complete without buying postcards. The gift shop had garden-related gifts, books about nature in Southern California region, train merchandise for the kids, and more. I was interested in the postcards, especially places I forgot to take a picture of, angles, or times of day that I was not able to capture, especially the Rose Garden. Each cards were $1 each, plus tax. Overall, had fun in the gardens, the modern railroad, and the exhibits, and just to get away from the business of SoCal. I recommend it if you want to check it out and go around the area. However, for hotel guests in the Anaheim Resort Area, it's not really the 40 miles. It's kind of a bit out of the way for there, but depends if you want to do other things as well in the area, such we be going next to Glendale Galleria and an Americana at Brand. At 1 o'clock after lunch, it was time to head out to go to the mall. To get back to Glendale was to take the LA Metro 90 bus. From there, I had to take the bus back and just go back downhill about 1 mile to get back down to Verdugo Road. From there, I tapped on the my tap card for the $1.75, and then from there went down the elevations down to Glendale. For there, it was a nice bus ride, not too bad. In Glendale, at Glendale and Broadway, I exited the bus to get to Americana at Brand and the Glendale Galleria. I passed by Glendale City Hall, which was established in 1906, which at the time gave an Art Deco architecture. Going several blocks down Broadway, I arrived at the Americana at Brand. For there, at the Americana at Brand is a mixed-use shopping center that opened in 2008, with shops and restaurants on the ground floor with A2 store units, and then on top is 242 apartments and 100 condos built on top. It is about roughly $5,000 a month for two bed, two bath. You can, however, where can you go look out, see your balcony, see dancing water fountains, and live above a cheesecake factory? Well, you can also, that $5,000 apparently covers for their concierge staff, so there's that. And across the street is Glendale Galleria, opened in 1976 with over 200 shops and restaurants, 6 anchor stores, and 2 large parking garages with over 6,000 parking spots. One of the stores I went to was Leo's store, so let's see what they have. When I went inside, they had Din Tai Fung for their dumpling window, so you can see cooks making their signature soup-filled dumplings. On the second floor is the Apple store, which has released their new iPhones and Apple Watches. However, I was interested in going to the Lego store, and I purchased their double-decker sightseeing bus for $30, a good price for impulse purchase for the bus. And also, I was going on bus as a tribute for my trip. Now in Glendale View Line 1 to Glendale Transportation Center, Glendale, for there, it was a nice ride and was only about 50 cents for the transfer from LA Metro bus. For there, I arrived about 40 minutes early, and I was actually taking footage of Amtrak and Metrolink trains coming in through, until finally my southbound train finally came in for the, I think it was Antelope Valley line. And from there, we took train back into Los Angeles Union Station, transferred over to the Orange County Line, and then got back to to get back to Anaheim on the Orange County Line. From there, it was nice, smooth, almost on schedule ride. There's a bit of delays. But from there, it was a nice and fun adventure going around Los Angeles by transit. And especially got for there, just get away from nature for a bit, and then just go back into society, back right into the malls, and then taking train back. Nice relaxing adventure, and something that's like to do there. Thank you for coming along, and thank you for watching Ansel Travel.